All right, Comcast is out with quarterly results. Check it out. Earnings coming in at $1.12 a share. That was 2 cents above expectations. That comes on revenue of $31.2 billion, which is also ahead of expectations. Free cash flow, $4.9 billion. You've got domestic wireless line net additions at 414,000. That was the best quarterly result on record. Comcast actually ended the quarter with 41 million Peacock paid subscribers. That was slightly below the street's 42.5 million forecast. Business services connectivity revenue rose by 6.2% to $2.6 billion. Media EBITDA jumped 28% to $832 million. That was driven by Peacock. Total connectivity and platforms revenue came in at $20.18 billion. That was slightly below estimates, while total content and experience revenue came in at $11.7 billion, and that beat expectations, with media and studios ahead and the theme parks in line. Epic Universe contributed to a 19% revenue increase at the theme parks, and check it out right now, that stock is up by about 2.8%.
Look, the question longer term is how this whole stock is going to trade. It's off 30% for the year.
Yeah.
Thus far. Or I should say year over year. And so part of it is a longer term question about what's going to happen to the media assets. Obviously, we're being spun off into Versant.
Right.
There's the question about whether they bid and have to bid big if they're going to go and try to do a deal with Warner Brothers Discovery,
right,
and try to really take on this other bid from Paramount. We've talked about Rich Greenfield has this sort of unique and interesting idea to where effectively Brian Roberts would have to make a massive bid just for those assets to outbid even the possibility of Paramount taking the whole thing,
right,
and then putting that in some kind of separate company, keeping some of the assets, the other NBC assets inside Comcast to avoid having the FCC have to approve it. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that are going to happen likely over the next, call it, 6 months to a year.
It's an industry that is in flux, to put it nicely.
That's the polite way to put it.
Right.